What's up, everybody? Max Whitman here, and welcome to the debut episode of Book It Better Impact Wrestling under Chris freaking Jericho. I'm Max Whitman. I'm joined here by Kato, and we are getting ready to run down the very first episode of Impact Wrestling. We're opening it up with an easy angle featuring Chris Jericho. It's basically Jericho coming out, welcoming the Canadian crowd to the show, and kind of pointing forward to the future of Impact Wrestling. It gets us an 80 grade. Great way to open the show. Kato, your thoughts?
I like it. That's a great way to open Impact, man.
What does it say? So the angle gets the show off to a strong start. Got the crowd hotter. Jericho has debuted his arrogant heel gimmick. Why did he do that? Oh, did I not set him to turn?
I don't think so.
Alright, so Chris Jericho is supposed to be a babyface. We'll turn him on the next show. Or, honestly, we don't even necessarily have to turn him.
The crowd loved it.
The crowd ate it up, though.
It.
The crowd ate it up. It scores an 80. It's a great way to start off the show. I'm hoping we keep it up. Let's move on to our next segment. Johnny Impact versus Rey Fenix. It gets a 40. Why?
A decent match, though.
In a decent match, Johnny Impact defeats Rey Fenix in 1648 by pinfall with a Moonlight Drive, following interference from Austin Aries. During the match, we also had Okay, so basically what happens here is it's Rey Fenix and Johnny Impact. They're having a match. Pentagon runs down to try and interfere and help Rey Fenix. Austin Aries runs down, picks off Pentagon. Johnny's able to get the win. So Aries and Pentagon fight on the outside, but the interference never actually gets it into the ring. My guess is that what hurt it.
Rey Fenix was off his game.
So Rey Fenix, so Johnny Impact had a 61 performance. Fenix had only a 37. Fenix was tiring towards the end. The match got the crowd hotter, though, so that's okay. The intense physicality of the match was too much for some of the fans. Alright, so that's something we got to take into account. So we raised the intensity to 40. That's something we might have to lower, and it might actually really hurt us on this show if the fans don't like the intensity of the match, because they're all going to be that intense.
That's true.
So we may have to lower that. But it is what it is. The world title, Aries versus Pentagon storyline starts with this segment. Good news is we only have to have storylines over 41 heat. So considering our size, our popularity is only a 50. A 40 isn't really a terrible match.
No.
We're not going to get 80s unless Jericho's in a match. It's just not going to happen. But a 40, not really a terrible match. Let's move on. The segment here. Who had the turn?
Phoenix.
Oh, we'll turn him here. Alright, so this one actually does really well. This is a 58. So this is Impact and Aries shake hands in the ring, and Rey Fenix kind of looks on confused what the hell's going on. So Johnny Impact is a heel coming into the match. He's actually going to shake Austin Aries' hand here, thank him for the help, and he's going to turn babyface here. So we're going to complete that turn. Yes, we are. The turn was a complete success. So Johnny Impact with the babyface turn, so we got him as a face now.
That was a good turn. It got a good rating.
The turn itself, the segment itself, got a good one. What happened here? Austin Aries improvised well. Johnny Impact improvised well. He performed well.
Off script.
The color commentary gave the segment a boost. And, so the storyline advances and gains heat here. So, overall, not bad. So, we got a little bit of intrigue here. Johnny Impact turning babyface. Phoenix looking a little confused. He's not really sure what to do. He's a babyface. Pentagon's a heel. He's not really sure why Pentagon's helping him. But it ended up not helping him because he loses the match anyway. So, we'll see where that's going. Moving on. Matt Sydal versus Trevor Lee. Another 40. Let's see. Parts of the crowd were upset that there weren't more dangerous spots in the match.
Wow, but it was too physical.
But the physicality was too much. Matt Sydal had a 57. Trevor Lee had a 41.
Not a bad match.
No, it's really not. I think that's the basic. Like when you play as WWE, you're used to getting 80s, 70s, 90s. Here, it's TNA.
Different caliber.
We've seen some TNA matches.
But I also feel like with the intensity being so much is actually hurting the
It
matches.
is hurting the
These could have
matches.
been better matches.
Right.
Less intense.
So the intensity originally was a 20. We upped it to 40. Maybe it's worth it to bump it back down to 20 again.
I think so.
Or at least down to 30, something like that. It might be worth it. But we'll do that, and we'll do that for next week. We'll see what's up. Matt Sydal, 57-41. It's really not that bad. It's an okay match. Moving on. Moose versus Chandler Park. Moose wins this match with a game break. Oh, that was for the X Division title, by the way, that last match. But Moose is... This is a bad match by any standard.
Did some good work.
Oh, Joseph Park was at ringside. Who was Joseph Park with?
Wow.
He must be managing... Is he managing... Oh, it's... Oh!
That makes sense. Wow.
Okay, so Chandler Park is related to Joseph Park. That does make sense. All right, there were times when there was a definite lack of psychology. The match drifted a little. It dragged to the middle. Okay. Parts of the crowd said they wanted more dangerous spots, but it was too intense. So, yeah, Moose does a, what is that, a 40? A
40 to 39.
So, it really should have been a better match. I really think the intensity's hurting us. I think the intensity's kind of hurting us.
I think we need the up out spots and low out intensity.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously it gets a little because it dragged in the middle. So there's a lack of psychology between these two guys. Neither one of them are good in-ring psychologists. That hurt it. But again, it's a middle-of-the-road match. It's not a big deal. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, what do we got here? Scott Demore says, Chandler Park debuted a new spot that showcased his athletic ability. His psychology will be helped. Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
all right. So he's learning. We get OVE versus the Latin American Exchange. It's a 26. I have a feeling this is going to go poorly.
I think it's going to go bad.
This is going bad. It's okay. It's our first episode. What do we get here? So, a 33 and a 37 for the Christ brothers. We'll call them the Christ brothers. And a 29 and a 28 for the Latin American Exchange. Hopefully we can bring in some help for the tag team division, but we'll see. This is what we got right now.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going. It scores a 26. That's a pretty shitty grade here.
I thought that match would have did a little bit.
I don't understand. I thought it would have been better too. I don't understand the parts of me were upset there weren't more dangerous spots, but some of the fans didn't like the physicality. We need to look at our product. I wonder if in our product settings, we have conflicting, like, we have a product
settings
where half the fans want one thing and half the fans want another thing. So we may have to take a look at that. That'll be our next creative meeting. But let's move on. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they don't speak English. I guarantee it. That's why. Yep, language barrier. I knew it. I knew it. So when we booked this, I said this was going to happen. So it scores a 16. What's up?
Bright idea. You think these guys need a translator?
Yeah, they might need like a manager that can do the talking for them.
Right.
But in this one, so they don't. Neither one of them speak English. I probably should have done it on acting instead. Oh, did I do it on acting? I don't know how I rated this.
I don't think it would have helped either.
But I don't think it would have mattered. But whatever. It hurts the world title storyline, which blows, which sucks a little bit. But is what it is. Next segment. All right, doing better here. A 36.
Moving up.
Moving on up. This is the World Tag Team title match. Steiner and Drake versus DJZ and Petey Williams. Steiner's going to get the win over DJZ by submission. Petey Williams is going to walk out of this match, and he's going to turn heel. And it was a complete success. So Petey Williams, basically, DJZ is looking to make the tag. Petey Williams walks out and leaves him to fend for himself. Steiner gets him.
And Petey did the best in this match.
Yeah, Petey carried this one. Yeah, again, we get the 50-50 on the physicality and the intensity. So we're going to have to maybe lower that a little bit.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to see where this DJZ and Petey Williams situation goes.
yeah, so DJZ obviously going to be a little pissed at Petey Williams. Petey left him out there to fend for himself. So we'll be seeing when that one goes. We get a 36 on a D- rating. Again, not terrible. Hopefully we have a really good main event.
Better than an E.
It's not an E and it's not a 16. So we did better than a 16. Next segment. All right, 46. So Petey Williams is basically backstage, and they put a camera in his face, say, Petey, Why'd you do what you did? Why'd you do it, Petey? Why'd you do it?
Why, Petey?
Why, Petey? Why? Petey just pushes the camera away and storms off. So we don't really get an answer from Petey. He's kind of being a little bit of a dick. You're a dick, Petey. You're a dick. He gets a 46, though. Not bad. It says he's not suited to his gimmick. We'll have to see what his gimmick is. It might not be. He might have a babyface gimmick with a heel disposition. Moving along. All right, I like where this is going. Oh, this is our main event. This is our main event of the evening. Scores of 49. It's Austin Aries defending the Impact Grand title against Joseph Park. It gets a 49. Aries successfully defends the belt in just over 20 minutes. Makes defense number 1. What do we get here? Aries had a 75. Park a 59. The world title... Oh, yeah, because Aries in it. The world title advances with this one. And that's going to do it for the show. Hoping...
Next week.
As long as the show is a 40... Oh, no, we're in like the 50s popularity. Yeah, we're going to lose popularity. We're going to lose popularity with the show. Let's see. What do we get here?
Here's a 51.
A 44. Okay. So, Rey Fenix was used too much. The general feeling is that Impact does not have enough interesting storylines going on. The show increased our popularity in 27 regions.
That's good.
And it lost us popularity in 11 regions. So my guess is it lost us popularity in Canada, but it increased us out in like Europe and the USA and all kind of places like that. Yeah, Mexico for sure. So overall, 44. Not a terrible first show. Thoughts?
I'm actually pretty happy with it, considering the fact that they were just too intense. If we didn't put the settings up so high, these matches are easily 50 and above.
I agree. I think we get the 50s and above. I mean, the 24s are going to be 24s. I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that we don't really have much of a roster right now.
Right.
We don't have much of a roster. So, we're hoping, if you watch our creative meetings, we do have some offers out there. I don't want to spoil anything on these episodes, just in case you're not watching the creative meetings. But there are some offers out there. And so hopefully reinforcements are on the way. So thanks for joining us. 44 on the first show. Not a terrible show. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse. Thanks for stopping by. If you liked it, go ahead, click like, click subscribe. Tune in for our next one. Don't forget to check us out for our next episode. And, every episode after that.